Hi, good afternoon.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. How was your preparation?
So I have studied a lot. It's just a matter of time. I don't know how much I'll be able to recall it at the day.
Don't worry, don't worry. When's your actual interview?
So 17th.
17th. It's close. Okay. Any nervousness?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just feel relaxed.
Yeah,
Just have a glass of water if you need and just
that's fine.
relax. Okay.
Yes.
Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please introduce yourself to the board.
I have completed my graduation from NIT Raipur, and after that, I have started preparing for government exams. My hobbies include sharing time with my parents, a little bit of photography, and visiting mostly national parks here and there along with my father and family. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you name the national parks in Jammu and Kashmir?
Sir, uh, I don't exactly remember the Jammu and I remember Hemis National Park. That's in Ladakh actually right now. And apart from that, I'm not able to recall at the moment.
You have this hobby of visiting national parks. You should know.
Yes, sir, I know. I'm not able to recall at the moment.
Okay. Do we have any floating national park in India?
Yes, sir. There's a lake, Loktak Lake, and the national park is Kebel Lemjao in Manipur.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what prompted you to take up photography as a hobby?
So actually, since childhood, we have been traveling a lot, visiting places. So I have seen a very, places that have inspired me in a different way. For example, there are people who are actually working hard for their living. So they get up every morning, and when you go and visit such places, so it inspires you. That you have been given so much, and there are these people who are not so advantage in a advantaging positions. So it kind of inspires you to work hard and make the best of whatever you have right now.
So how does it that photography come into the picture?
It's I keep it as a reminder to me. My whole gallery is filled with these moments which have actually personally inspired me, or helped me understand something more about myself.
Okay. What camera do you use?
So I do it on the mobile photography only, not
Do you,
specific. And yeah,
do you have any knowledge of cameras and lenses?
no, not right now, sir.
Okay, wonderful. Tell me, what are the issues that we face in India's central belt, particularly with respect to the left-wing extremism?
Okay. So the central belt of our country is highly rich in minerals, and as a result, there are many disputes between the local population and the government. So this has led to a very known problem of left-wing extremism that originated from Naxalbari district in West Bengal, and from there it has spread to most of the corridor that we currently refer to as Red Corridor, spreading in the areas of West Bengal, Bihar, Andhra, Chhattisgarh, and little parts of Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. S-
Mhm. How can we leverage the technology to counter this threat?
So, since most of the area of the central belt is highly, densely
Mhm.
forest area, so these are
Mhm.
the terrains which normally people can't reach out. So we can
Mhm.
use one of the techniques like drone surveillance. So to keep an eye on the ongoing activities at the ground level. Secondly,
Mhm.
we can use the satellite imagery and GIS, so that can also help us leverage we can know about the activities that are actually going on the road without actually being there, so we can approach it in that way.
Okay. Can you name any two anti-Naxal task force in our country?
Anti-Naxal task force so I know the operation names, but I don't recall the names of the task force. The Operation Green Hunt was there by the Andhra Pradesh government, and
Mhm.
I don't remember the task force name right now.
Do you know about greyhounds?
Sorry.
Do you know about greyhounds?
Yes, sir. But yes, sir. I remember. I know about them. Yes, sir.
Okay, no worries. Explain to me what are the issues of Bodos in Assam?
So the Bodos are the groups in Assam which actually are demanding their own area for their autonomy and power.
What is the specification?
So sorry, sir, I don't recall right now.
Okay. Any insurgent group that is championing the cause of Bodos?
So there is a group by the name of the Bodoland itself. I'm not able to recall that.
Is it?
It has the word name Bodo in it, but I'm not able to
Obviously, there will be the word Bodo in that.
I'm not able to recall it right now.
Okay. Okay. Any other insurgency that you know in Assam?
So uh,
Okay, tell me anything you know about Northeast insurgency, whatever you know about.
So I know about the Naga insurgency, which is called as the mother of all the insurgencies. So currently there are two groups operating, NSC and IM and NSC and Khaplang. So NSC and Khaplang has been designated as a terrorist organization by the country, while we have a framework in going. We have come into an agreement with the NSC and NSC and IM. So apart from that, there's a conflict in Manipur between the between the Metis and Nagas. And today itself, the Honorable Mr. Home Minister has invited the leaders of these groups for negotiations.
Okay, what are the demands of Nagas?
So Naga, currently they want to have a district which is currently inhabited by the Nagas people, and they want to call it as a Naga limb state. So they want to have their own state, and which is currently in the parts of Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, and parts of Manipur and Myanmar, inhabiting there.
There is a regime, border movement regime between India and Myanmar. Can you name it?
I guess so. It's free movement regime between India and Myanmar.
Is it still operational?
No, sir. It's not operational right now.
Okay. So there was this, issue involving India and Sri Lanka. Can you name that island?
Kathachivu Island, if I'm pronouncing it right. It was.
Kachativu.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Kachativu. What is the issue?
So actually, since both of the countries are so close that their maritime boundaries are often conflicting, and there are issues of fishermen right now. So Kathachivu was a part of the island that has been given. Kachativu is a part of is an island which was given to Sri Lanka by the government of Indira Gandhi, and right now again the controversy has sparked while the BJP government is is considering it as a mistake to have given that island.
Okay. Explain to me the ways through which India can counter the rising hegemony of China in the Indo-Pacific.
Okay, so there is a theory that China is working on called the string of pearls, where it is surrounding India with various ports and other things. So India has been very vigilant about it, and it has making very diplomatic moves for countering that. For example, we have a port here in Myanmar. There we are operating it, but I'm not able to recall the name. Then there is we have funded the port in one port in Iran by the name Chabar port, which we are considering it an Arabian Sea, and at the same time we are maintaining diplomatic relations. We are improving the diplomatic relations with the Maldives and Sri Lanka by giving them aids in their economic crisis right now. So I think the way we are approaching it, we need to have a very good diplomatic relations with our neighbors and the countries in the Indian Ocean. Apart from that, okay,
fine. Tell me about what do you understand from the term NATO plus?
NATO plus. So I'm not aware as it, but NATO are the countries which have been, there are a group of countries which consider that the attack on one will be considered as an attack on whole group. So I guess NATO plus means the countries which have been adding or signing the deal apart from the founding members. I don't exactly remember the name of the countries.
Anything to do with India here?
No, sir. As of now, I don't remember. I don't remember. I haven't read that.
Okay. A war broke out between two countries in the Eurasian heartland some time back. Can you name that war?
So Russia, Ukraine war.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
talking about Russia-Ukraine war.
Yeah.
Can you explain what were the implications of Russia-Ukraine war on the economics of the world?
Okay. So Russia and Ukraine are both of very important countries in Europe, Eurasia basically, and both of them are a source of products that basically dominate the world market. For example, Russia is known for crude oils and other its defense missiles and products, and Ukraine at the same time is known for wheat and other precious stones, etc. So a war between those two countries is definitely going to affect the connectivity through these countries, and hence there will be a there will be a decrease in the supply and increase in the demand for it. So that will it will definitely affect the world's economic situation for the world.
Okay. Recently, premiers of Islamic Republic of Iran and Russia met.
Yes, sir.
Can you name the two premiers?
So the president's name, I don't remember the name of the president for Iran. Otherwise, it's Vladimir Putin for the Russia.
It's Mr. Masoud Pezeshkian. So,
Yes, sir.
what do you think this collaboration of these two countries, Russia and Iran, strengthening their ties, how will it impact the ongoing conflict in the Middle East?
So it'll see. We already know that Israel is being backed by US. So Iran have been funding the rebellion groups of Hamas and the Hezbollahs. So we know that if Russia comes into the play in this, it will be deteriorating, and it will be it won't be a direct involvement of them, but yeah, since they are going to supply it by financially, so it will be a war that will go for a long period of time.
Are we moving towards a potential World War III?
So as of now, I don't think so. We are moving towards that, but yeah, if the big powers come directly come into the action, so there is a possibility of world war.
Okay. Uh, there have been certain development projects going on in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you name a major project that was recently commissioned in the last 1 year or so?
Um, so I recall the renaming of these islands in Andaman, and then the Joint
I'm
Theatre
asking about
Command is there.
asking about a recent infrastructure project coming up.
So, I am not able to recall that.
It's a transshipment project.
No, sir, I'm not able to recall right now.
Okay. Can you name two tribes of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands?
So one is Jharwas, and the other one is by the name of the Great Nicobaris, or the Onges. Some one another is Onges.
Okay. Last question. Uh, what do you bring to the table that we should select you in the bureau?
So I believe my power lies in three major qualities. One is the attention to detail, because I have been this habit of paying quite a detail to a lot of things that I have been given command or responsibility for. Second thing, since my dad has been in the service it's himself, and we were transferred oftenly, so I have this habit of getting adaptable and being flexible to the situations. And third is, I believe I have critical analysis and not data analysis, but critical thinking and analyzing power.
Okay.
So I believe that.
Okay. Who is the current chief of IB?
Shri Tapan Dekha.
Okay. Thank you. Your interview is over.
Yes.
Now let's have some feedback.
Yes, sir.
What's your own assessment?
So I was not so very fluent in whatever I had in my mind and whatever came out of my mouth. So I think I need to take some time and then answer the questions. And then I
Mhm.
believe I have a little knowledge lag as well now.
Mhm. So first of all, you need to slow down a bit. That's the first feedback.
Okay.
Just relax a little bit. We don't have a train to catch. We have to just, you have the knowledge, you have the information, your understanding of a variety of issues is good. On that part, there is no issue. Also, your articulation is also fine, but we need to just relax a bit. Just slow
Yeah.
down a bit.
Yes, sir.
Bring your speed to 0.9x. Okay.
Yeah, I have been told this by many of my
Yeah.
teachers that I often
Yeah.
rush.
Yeah. Otherwise, it enthusiasm is obviously always good. All right, it is always good, but uh, little slowing down a bit will make it more impactful.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Also, we can avoid using the word Even I have this tendency, but then you are giving the interview and I am not.
Yes,
So
sir.
we can avoid that. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
We can avoid this tendency of. And in the last question, you said my power lies in. I think
Yeah.
we can avoid this term.
Okay.
You can tell that these are the qualities that I have, and they make me suitable for the job.
Okay. Yes, sir.
My power lies. It becomes a little more.
Yeah.
The use of terminology is a little. Also, read about poaching of animals because
Yeah,
since
I
your
have
father.
read. Yes, I have read that. I have prepared a little bit on that, but I just didn't don't know how much deep they will go there. I
It
mean, I'm.
depends upon. See, it depends upon person to person. Someone who has a knowledge in people have knowledge in variety of things, and some
Yes.
topics they feel emotional about. So they
Yeah.
may, if they find being emotional about this, they can go deeper into this. For example,
Okay.
someone from the uh, intelligence organization of the police, they have close connections with these forest people as well.
Yes,
So
sir.
then they can ask. Also, when I asked you about the Bodo militancy, there I think your knowledge was not up to the
Yeah,
mark.
I covered. I didn't have the time, and so much was to cover. I skipped that Bodoland
Hmm.
part. So
That is
I'll
that
go and look at that.
that is the bare minimum we ask for.
Yeah.
Uh, Understanding the insurgency, before going abroad and studying about the international conflicts and the geopolitics, first understand what's happening in India's northeast.
Yes, sir.
There are Assam mein we have only two major insurgencies going on. Bodo is more or less now it's more pacified currently. We have the Ulfa thing.
Yes,
Understand
sir.
what is the difference between the demands of Ulfa and the Bodos. Also about the NSCN, what were the original demands? How
Yes,
it
sir.
came up? How it came up? Yeah, you can note down.
Yes, sir. That's. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can read about all the major insurgencies in the northeast. For example, Naga insurgency, as you also mentioned, is the mother of all insurgencies.
Yeah.
How it started from NNC, Naga National Council.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Mr. Fizo, right?
Yeah.
Started with that. Read about that. Also, border disputes between various states in the northeast. Okay,
Yes,
border
sir.
disputes. What are the current things that are happening? And a little bit more about this Naxalism, right? You're unable to recall
So
about.
yeah, I know the Greyhound task force. I was not able to recall, but are there any other task force right now?
There is Cobra Battalion of the CRPF.
Oh, yes, sir.
In Chhattisgarh, I think there is Hawks, I guess. In
Cobra
Chhattisgarh
is
only there is,
also there. Cobra is also
yeah,
there. You just said the name, then I recalled. I was able
yeah,
to recall.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can read about what is the core of the core area. We have Dandakarnia region.
Yes,
Then
sir.
in that also we
Abujman.
have Abujmat. Abujmat is
Yeah.
there.
Yes, sir.
Remember the Gadchiroli, Dantewada. What are the major districts? And MHA data also you can read a little bit. Maybe you can mention the number of incidents in 2010 were this. Now they are this. Right?
Yes, sir. Okay. A
Little
little
data
bit
with,
of data.
yeah, little data. Just a pepper your answer with a little bit of data. Sprinkle it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And otherwise, I think it's good. NATO, I think NATO Plus, I expected you to know because last year there were there were, kind of overtures from the NATO members for India joining the NATO Plus.
Okay.
So, and there were
I.
questions, what would be the implications of India joining NATO Plus? And India was categorically not, going down to such coaxing by these countries and wanted to have its own independent foreign policy.
Okay. Okay. So, does it align with the NAM of India? That's why, or
No,
no?
no. NAM
No.
is more or less dead now.
Yeah.
NAM is, we
But
have moved to multi-alignment now.
yes, I was asking, but these countries asked India, alienated India, or the India should refrain from joining this NATO plus?
So, the issue was they wanted India to join NATO, NATO
Okay.
plus.
Okay.
For
Okay.
example, Australia also is kind of closing in on that. So that would have kind of created troubles for India because Russia is an old friend. So we
Yes,
would
sir.
have antagonized
Yeah.
Russia, and already post-Ukraine war, China is moving closer to Russia.
Russia.
So
Yes, sir.
that would
I
have
get
been
that.
another step in that direction, and we did not want to go down that road. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And also, yeah, there is one thing red flag, a big red flag. You mentioned BJP government, the current BJP government. Don't mention the name of the party. Always mention it's the government of India.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Never
That's
mention. It was a big red flag I noticed. That should not
yes.
happen, right?
Okay.
Always be careful with these things. So first
Yes, sir.
one is slow down,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Slow down a bit. Secondly, we have to avoid conscious. It happens. It is not a big red flag, but
It
advisable to
happened.
avoid.
Yes, sir.
Even I used to do this, and I had to, cut down consciously before my interview. So
Hmm.
I know it is difficult, but then I would advise you to try and, be a little conscious there. And a few things, my power lies, BJP government, little things here and there. Otherwise, overall, I don't find much issues in your interview. You're a potential candidate, and just a few ironing will help
Yes,
you
sir.
sail through.
Okay.
Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, not as of now, sir. That's all.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Read photography, read little bit about cameras and lenses, little bit. If they ask, you should not say because
Yeah, yeah,
it's your
yeah.
hobby. And also Jammu and Kashmir National Parks.
So it's a Dachigam. I was not able to.
Dachi,
I was not
Dachigang, yes.
sure. I was not sure, so
Dachigang.
I didn't answer.
Yeah. So that's the thing, because that's your hobby, right?
Yeah.
Visiting national parks. So it is only advisable to have a rough idea of.
So Jammu Kashmir is often something that while studying, people I leave out. So that's why it was not in
No,
it was
you
in.
should. And read about little bit about lenses. Maybe you
Yes,
can
sir.
tell I use this camera. I've not used, but I know a little bit about this camera and lens dimensions and what little things. Maybe
Okay.
you can be asked who is your favorite photographer, in India and internationally. They may ask.
Yeah, wildlife photography. Say they can. Okay. Yes, sir.
Anything they can ask. And what are the angles? How do you shoot? Like you're a
Yeah.
photographer, you cannot say just I pick up my phone and start.
And
That's not
okay.
photography. Right? You can
Yes.
say there are certain angles, you have to see lighting, all those things, just little minute details.
I'll go
If
through it,
someone is
sir.
a photography connoisseur, he might as well.
Grill me on that. Yeah, he'll
If someone
definitely.
is a photographer, you never know. Someone has a hobby of photography, then we can, we should be able to defend.
Yeah.
We cannot be a pro in 2 days, but we can make do with little information so that we just defend ourselves.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think that's it. All the best.
Thank you so
Hope
much.
you find you in the final list.
Yes. Thank you.
Good luck.